So, hey guys, my name is Shaamil and I'm joining you guys from India. So, a quick brief on me. I am an 18-year-old from India. I do my computer science at Dartmouth College, which is an Ivy League institution in the US. And I'm also the founder of Diginoor, which is essentially a combination of digital Kohinoor. It's one of the largest NFT marketplaces in India today. I was also the winner of the national GSEA competition in India, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity to present to you guys. So, very quickly, the problem that we saw when we went about, like the genesis of Diginoor in some way, right, is that we saw three big problems. One, the fact that NFTs was very synonymous with digital art, whereas the true application of NFTs could be so much more, right? And we felt like if NFTs were to go mainstream in India, it needs to be done under the largest entertainment banner in India, which was Bollywood, right? I'll get into how Bollywood is essentially a religion in India in literal terms, but I'll go to the second problem, which is also the fact that there's a big barrier of entry, where a lot of people who want to get into crypto and NFTs have to go past like 100 different barriers to just get crypto and get an NFT into their wallet, right? And so we made it as easy as possible. Is how we solved the problem. I'll get into the details as to how we did that. A third problem that we saw was the fact that there's a lot of idle crypto wealth sitting in India. So there's close to $10 billion of crypto sitting right in India, and no one has an avenue to spend it. Like you can't just walk into a Mercedes showroom and buy a Mercedes car with crypto, right? And so we kind of like so that NFTs could offer that avenue. Right, so that's where Diginoor came. So a quick brief, we're basically tapping into the pan-Indian love for cinema. And really the way we're doing that is through NFTs. And I feel like the moat within the company or the USP is the fact that we have 4,000 movies and titles exclusively held within Diginoor for NFT rights. So we have all of your biggest stars from Reliance Entertainment, Rajinikanth, all of the biggest people in the industry working with us to make sure that NFT adoption goes mainstream. So yeah, I think I can show you a little bit of the brief media attention that we've got, over the last year or so, year and a half that I've been working on this for. And so you can see that Times of India talked about this as a deal that's one of its kind in the Indian film industry, and then the deal marks a significant milestone in the Indian film industry. Right. So the product is diginoor.io. I'd be happy to show you more, but I think that's for a later time. I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're working on right now, and that's I think the most flashy buzzword, which is the metaverse, right? And so I can tell you that we're one of the first marketplaces in India to integrate metaverse capability, where, for example, this gray color suit that you see over here is a very popular suit worn in an Indian blockbuster movie. And so since you have exclusive IP rights to that movie, we made a 3D NFT out of it, where only the buyer of the NFT can essentially wear that suit in a digital party in Decentralised or Sandbox, right? So if they were to host a birthday party, they'd be the only ones allowed to wear that suit, which is kind of like has a lot of sentimental value as well as investment value, because they can actually rent out this suit to other people within the fan club of a certain movie star like Rajinikanth. So this is a snippet from a news article. On the left, you'll see a cop costume, which we also had rights to, and it essentially sold for close to $3,500 each. And I want to just jump into the target audience, because we were essentially tapping into a very nascent industry when we started a year and a half ago. And so it's a very simple Venn diagram over here, where we saw that there's a big market for Indian cinema fans. It's an $18 billion industry, Bollywood. And then there's also a huge crypto and NFT investor market where they had disposable crypto available to spend, and they needed an avenue, and that's where we came in, right? So we went for the sweet spot where we looked for premium users looking to collect and trade their favorite cinematic moments. These are a few of the numbers that we have to share more as we go along, but I want to just quickly jump into the moats as well. So what makes Diginoor special is first the fact that, we started very early on, and today we have one of the largest Indian NFT communities with over 100,000 users. We're also a very easy to use platform where a person can come and buy an NFT with as simple as just a credit card or a debit card, right? We wanted to make sure that the average Rajinikanth fan or average Bollywood fan does not need to worry about what crypto is or what an NFT wallet is. They just need to love the fan, and they need to have the money to back it. And they want to have that, they need to have that motivation to join that fan club, and that's exactly what we were enabling, right? The dynamic team is also something that we're very proud of. So today we're a team of 22 people sitting out of India, and we have people sitting in France as well. We are the age dynamics very interesting, where we have a couple of founders and early team members that are 18 years old, and then we also have an investor and advisor that go all the way up to 70 years old, right? So Sanjay Vadva is one of them. He's also an ex-EO global board member, and he's also done a $200 million SPAC called the iMac on the NASDAQ very recently. So yeah, this is a little bit about the journey so far. We launched our project or our MVP back in August, and we sold out our NFTs very quickly. In October, we went on to sign a lot more production houses, and we hit the 50,000 user mark, which is a very big milestone for us, considering the fact that we were very apprehensive towards how the NFT industry would work out. And I guess it was just new for me because I was just coming out of high school. I was like, how do I even create a product and go about creating a market for that product, right? And then in November, we essentially became India's largest NFT marketplace. And finally, in December, we did quite a few interesting new applications of NFT. So one thing that we did was, for example, took unseen footage and alternate endings from very popular movies, and then we sold that as NFTs that can only exclusively be seen by certain fan club members that have bought into our NFT tokens, right? And so I think that caused a big uproar in India because these were movies that were cult favorites for the last 10 years. And for somebody to know that there's actually an alternate ending to that movie and they can get access to it using crypto for maybe like $5,000 was something that really caused a lot of media attention. I'd be happy to share that more about that as well. In January, we closed a round of funding. We essentially raised $1 million at a 10 million valuation from Y Combinator, which is one of the largest startup incubators, and then Contrary Capital, the Polygon blockchain, and Abdul Wahab, who's also part of the Dubai royal family. So we have a lot of these people on our cap table supporting us through our venture. So this is a little bit about the financials because I think for us, we try to focus a lot on unit economics in a market that is very focused on hype and hype-based marketing and hype-based sales. So the revenue from NFT sales in the last quarter or so has been $75,000. We've raised $1 million at a convertible of $10 million valuation, and we have a projected annualized revenue for the financial year 2022 as $1 million, and we're on track to do that. I think basically after that, I just want to talk about what we have cooking at Diginoor HQ. And so this is something that I'd be very proud to share, that we have the exclusive rights to the last ever song sung by the most popular Indian music legend that had recently passed away 2 years ago. His name is S.P. Balasubramaniam. He passed away, unfortunately, due to COVID-19. But what we were surprised to know is that before passing away, he recorded this one track that no one in the world had heard. And so what we did is that we took that track, made an NFT out of it, and then made it in such a way that only the buyer of that track can get to listen to it. And also there's the extended utility of passive income over here, where a person who owns that track can be the exclusive people to put this on YouTube or Spotify and earn streaming revenue from it, like 51% of it, because they own 51% of the copyright through the NFT. Because after all, an NFT is really just a proof of ownership, and this is what enables it. So it's kind of like this one was one of the largest Indian NFT sales, where we had $150,000 bids for this specific soundtrack alone from a lot of HNIs over here, including the EO and YPO members in India. Bolidao is very interesting. It's a decentralized autonomous organization. It'll take me a couple of hours to explain, but really, in a gist, it's kind of this it's an internet community of Bollywood fans that has a shared bank account, right? And so the whole point is now these guys can come together and fund 5-10% of a Bollywood movie and take part in the creative process of making a Bollywood movie, as well as actually going on to earn revenue. Because if a movie makes, let's say, a $1 million or $2 million, they get to earn 10% back. It's kind of like an investment opportunity also through which they can invest in their favorite stars. So yeah, this is just a quick brief as to the $1 million round that we raised and the coverage that we got from the Times and then entrepreneur.com as well. A little bit of brief about the same music drop that I was telling you about, non-fungible SPP. It was a pretty big deal last month. And now we're focusing on what's next. But this is the team. I just really want to take some more time to get into how my support system has been amazing, from Sanjay Vadva being ex-EO global member, really teaching me a lot of the core values about respect for people's time, respect for people's money, and just like understanding the core fundamentals of business and all that. And then Abdul Wahab, who's also a YPO and EO member from EO MENA region, and he's helped us out as well. So I just wanted to take some time out and really just give some credit for my team, because I'm speaking here myself, but none of this would have been possible without these guys. So yeah, I just want to yield the floor to you guys for questions. Thanks a lot.